For me, we're good.
Dude. Okay, if people are on, you deserve a medal. I promise you this will be worth the wait. I have no idea if people are on or not. It doesn't tell me. Jess, do you happen to see if people are on?
No.
Okay, that's great. That's fine. Let's see. I'll ask Tony.
For me, we're good.
Dude. Okay, if people are on, you deserve. That's weird, right? A medal. I promise you this will be worth the wait. I have no idea if people are on or not. It doesn't tell me. Jess, do you happen to see if people are on?
No.
Okay, that's great. That's fine. Let's see. Oh boy. I'll ask Tony.
For me, we're good.
Dude. Okay, if people are on, you deserve. That's weird, right? A medal. I promise you this will be worth the wait. I have no idea if people are on or not. It doesn't tell me. Jess, do you happen to see if people are on?
No.
Okay, that's great. That's fine. Let's see. Oh boy. I'll ask Tony.
For me, we're good.
Okay, if people are on, you deserve. That's weird, right? I promise you this will be worth the wait. I have no idea if people are on or not. Doesn't tell me. Jess, do you happen to see if people are on? I have no idea what to do. Okay, that's great.
Try pushing live again.
Oh, Jess, mute yourself. That's weird, right? I promise you this will be worth the wait. I have no idea if people are on or not. Doesn't tell me. Jess, do you happen to see if people are on? I have no idea what to do.
Try pushing live again.
Oh, Jess, mute yourself. Promise you this will be worth the wait. I have no idea if people are on or not. Diva, I don't see if people are on.
Try pushing live again.
Oh, this is crazy. Okay.
Can you do anything with the control panel?
Okay, she got it. Dia, I love you. It's because I still had the YouTube window open. Learn
Oh.
Okay, now that we're out of the Twilight Zone, can we have a call now? All right, we're going to have to edit that a little bit, but I am going to... Okay, I am going to go ahead and get started because we have wasted 15 minutes of your precious time. I am honored and delighted to introduce the coolest chick in the universe, Jessie Pesola, who is like blowing my mind every single day. She is in this business for just under 10 months. She is 6-star qualified. She is 7-star qualifying. And I can't even wrap my brain around that, but she's got the goods. She's got just a lot of things to share of what's been working for her and what you can start implementing. And I'm really just super excited to turn it over to her.
Okay, so Linz, so thank you. That was really, really sweet. But to be honest with you, I just really don't have time for this call tonight, like at all. No time.
What?
Yeah, okay, so I know that you just gave me a really great introduction and we spent like 15 minutes kind of getting going, but truthfully, I don't have time. I am a mom of a toddler and I work 2 jobs and I've got tons of stuff going on and I just really don't even have time for this. And to be honest with you, time is money and I just can't even afford to do this call. I can't even afford it.
Dude, what?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but okay, I should really, really tell you too. Okay, so there's this other coach and she's been asking me to do her team call. And she's like a ex-boyfriend's brother's sister's aunt's wife. Yeah, anyway, I just feel like there's like a connection there, and I should probably just go and do her team call. But thanks for like taking all this time for me and everything, but that just probably is what I should do. I mean, you understand, right? Totally.
Yeah.
Actually, I just saw that Amazon is looking for speakers, and I think it'd probably just be better if I just went with Amazon and just did that. Okay. Psych. I just had to start with that, you guys, because let's be honest, we hear a ton of excuses just like that all the time. And excuses suck, and we hear it a lot, and it could be really, really freaking easy to get super, super depressed about it. But I just have to share this with you. I don't know if you guys can see it. Hopefully you can. But can you see my slides, Linz? Hopefully. Anyway, excuses are like buttholes. Everyone has them, and they all stink. So anyway, it's just the truth. But I'm excited to talk with you guys about objections, how to handle them, how to just overcome them, because the truth is I know I haven't been in this business that long, but I have had a roller coaster of a ride a little bit. I've sprinted, but it's also been a little bit of a roller coaster, and I'm so thankful that I stuck it out through every objection and through all of that. So I thought I would just go ahead and introduce myself a little bit. So Lindsay did a great job with that. I'm not going to go into this too much, but just so you know who you're talking to. Again, I'm Jess. I started in July, and by the end of July, I was a diamond coach. And I prayed over this business before I decided to do it. I had a really strong why, which I'll get into in a little bit, but it was just something that if I was going to do it, I was going to do it. I was going to go all in. So I did, and I just kind of hit the ground running. But even through that, I remember it is a list of 30 people. And I remember the top 10 of those people that I was going to talk to about Beachbody were the people that I thought, without a doubt, we're going to do this business. I remember thinking, you know, they're my coworkers, they're my friends, we're going to travel together, we're going to build this business together, it's going to be great. And all of those top 10 people that I thought were a shoo-in all said no. And so I knew right then or there that I had a choice. I had a choice to either get really, really down about that, or I had a choice to, just kind of get over it and press on. And so we all have that choice. It's just how you want to handle it. You can get really down about when people, I mean, I remember my coworkers, some of them actually started doing Herbalife or something. And I was like, wow, I really thought that they would join me. But what I decided to do and choose to do was to focus on the people that wanted to join me and to focus on that. And so I don't know if you guys can see my screen share or not. If you can, okay, perfect. So I love this quote. You know, one of the hardest decisions you'll ever face in life is choosing whether to walk away or try harder. So if you can focus on, let me take that off screen share real quick. Sorry guys, still trying to figure this out a little bit. Okay. If you can focus on the good instead of the negative, you're going to attract positivity towards you. And so that's what I try to focus on doing. So basically the thing with this is that you know rejection is going to happen. You know objections are going to happen. So you need to decide how to prepare for that. And for me, again, that was going back to your why. When I start a new coach, the first thing I do on the Get Started Right call is ask them why you want to do this, and I write it down because I want to know their why, and I want to remind them of that when they come to me later on and they are super discouraged or whatnot. It is so important. And I know you guys have created vision boards and all of that. That's awesome. It's so good to keep that at the forefront of your mind. My why was my son. And so I really, really wanted to be able to not work 50 hours a week outside the home, but I wanted to be with him. And so I have pictures of Isaiah, my son, all over my house. And I just am constantly reminded of that why, so that when, you know, I do get a lot of objections, I can remember the importance in this. The other thing is you have to remember to prepare yourself that when somebody says no, you are actually planting seeds. My corporate mentor, Jeff, told me that it can take somebody on average, it takes the person 7 times of hearing something before they will commit to it. And so what's so awesome about Beachbody is that they actually have those infomercials with the 21-day fix or Body Beast or whatever, and they're actually planting seeds for us by showing people that. And then when they connect with us on our social media and see our personal results, a lot of seeds have already been planted. But then when we have those first conversations, that's just planting more seeds. What's really, really cool is 4 out of my 7 diamond coaches right now all said no to me at least once. So 4 of them said no to me at least once. 2 of them, one of them is a 1-star diamond right now, and one of them is almost. Both of them said no to me twice. And through prayer and knowing the right times when to follow up, because there's a good balance of when to do that, and knowing all of that, I was able to talk with them, and they were able to see, and I inspired them with my posts, and they decided it was something that they wanted to be a part of. And so now when I'm talking to people and they tell me no about the opportunity, I just remember those coaches and remember where they are at now. So if you can keep that in your mind, you will no longer look at objections as rejection, but you'll look at it as an opportunity to continue to plant seeds. And then I loved what Lindsay posted today about the top coach panel and what they were saying. And Alyssa Showmaker said, keep it simple. You know, guys, if you are doing everything that you are supposed to do, you are doing the 3 vital behaviors. There we go. When you are doing the 3 vital behaviors, you are doing the social media guide, you are going through all of that. You're not only posting about Beachbody, right? Because sometimes we see coaches do that and they're missing the point. You want to be able to share your heart. So I have 3 things that I post about continually every day. I stand for 3 H's, and that's health, hope, and heart, and I alternate them. So I do one post about health, about working out, Beachbody, whatever. It may be a challenge group invite or invite to the business opportunity. And then I do one about hope, which is my faith. And then I do one about heart, which is my family. And I like to alternate them so that people see the whole package. But if people see that, but if you're doing that and people see that, you are doing everything right. And so sometimes it just takes time. What I have learned in this is that even though it went fast for me, faster is not better. Everybody goes at a different pace. And we can't play the comparison game. I do that. I think a lot of us do that, but it's just not beneficial because everybody is designed differently and everybody has a different purpose in this. And so you have to kind of keep that on the forefront of your mind to remember that you're in this for your why and for a reason. So I actually asked one of my coaches if I could use her as an example, and she said yes, so I'm going to. So one of my coaches, Olivia, when she first started, she was one of my first business coaches. And here am I had just started the month before her, and I had become a diamond coach in 24 days. And so I was like, girl, you're going to post. Remember, I was new and I was still learning. But I was like, girl, you're going to post and you're going to get tons of people that are going to want to join you. And that is not always true. When Olivia first started, she had like 1 or 2 likes on her posts, and usually that one was me. So sometimes it just takes people longer. But this is what I love about Olivia, and I love this about a lot of coaches. Olivia was consistent. She poured herself into personal development. And that's huge. If you can pour yourself into personal development, be consistent, continue to do what we know eventually will work, you will see results. After 5 months, Olivia became a diamond coach. And now 8-9 months into the business, she's a 1-star. And that's a huge accomplishment. So, you know, every excuse, right, is a choice to fail. I love this quote because it just reminds me that I never want to make excuses. I mean, obviously you guys heard that what I started with, right? Excuses are like buttholes. But truthfully though, like I want coaches that are busy. I want coaches that are doers. I want coaches that are go-getters. And so I love that when you are consistent, eventually over time, people see that in you. And yeah, so you might get crickets at first, and that's okay. A little side note that I just wanted to touch on, you guys, because it's been coming up lately, is don't put all your eggs in one basket. I've had coaches tell me, you know, I had 3 people lined up and they were going to buy their challenge pack and then they didn't buy it and that was going to be my SC points for the month, and now I have 2 days left of the month and I have nothing left. And you know, and here's the deal, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, you won't have to worry about those situations. I actually had a lady who is going to remain nameless, but I had her come to me a long time ago in the fall, and she said, oh, I'm all ready to sign up for a challenge pack and I'm all set. And so all I needed to do was get her personal information, and all of a sudden she stopped returning any of my calls. She stopped messaging me back. She literally disappeared, except on Facebook when she wouldn't respond to anything, right? So I was like, okay, that's kind of strange. But each month I would just follow up once, hey, I'm doing another challenge group, and if you're still interested, I'd love to have you. I'd love to work with you. But you know, no pressure, just wanted to let her know. 4 months later, she came back to me and said, hey, I've been watching you. By the way, she never liked or commented on any of my posts. So she said, I've been watching you. I want to do this, and I actually think I'd be really good at the business. And she became a business coach, and she's on her way to diamond. So you never know. And so if I had looked at that as just total rejection and just, you know, walked away and never followed up or whatever, I'd be a lot worse off than having a great coach like her on my team. So you just never know. And that's why it's so important to, again, and I'm going to say this a couple times, but I want to kind of nail it down tonight. But objections can either be an opportunity or it can be rejection, but you have the choice to make it what you want it to be. So I wanted to talk to you guys about something that has really helped me and how to turn objections into opportunity, because I thought it would be good to give some actual examples. So I have an example that I want to use, and it's kind of ancient, but it's good. It's really, really good. It's called Feel, Felt, Found, and it's something that I have in files in my team page, and it's something that I use all the time. This specific example that I'm showing you is actually a money example of what you can say to people, but this has really helped me to show people that you totally understand where they're at. If people know that you can feel their emotion and that you were able to find a solution, they're going to be a lot more amped to do what you're talking with them about. So, you know, somebody just saying, oh girl, I don't have money to do that right now. You know, I totally understand how you feel. I can tell you I felt the same way. My husband and I are trying to pay off debt and are going through Financial Peace University with Dave Ramsey. I did not think that Shakeology could fit into that plan at all. But here's what I found. Shakeology is actually a meal replacement that's clinically proven to improve your overall health and help you lose weight. Because it's a meal replacement, each shipment is actually providing you with 30 meals of the best nutrition you could ever get. It's under $4 a day for a meal. Therefore, my family actually adds it into our grocery budget, and it's a part of our food. Now knowing that, what do you think? Or does that, you know, does that help or whatnot? And lots of times I'll get people that go, oh, I guess I didn't really think of it that way. You know, people will just kind of look at that as something that maybe is a new idea to them, and then they can go back and talk about it with their husband and have like a different kind of justification for something that just felt like an extra expense, now is actually part of their family budget. And so with any situation, whether it's, all those excuses I started with at the beginning, like I don't have enough time, well then you know what's so great? The 21-day fix workouts are only 30 minutes, or T25 is only 25 minutes. That's awesome, and just to talk to people about meal prepping once a week, those kinds of things, say, oh girl, I totally get it. But this is what has really helped me, and I'm so happy because now I've lost 48 pounds. This works, and it's doable for moms like us, right? So it's just a great way to be able to talk with them about it. I also wanted to give you guys an example of what it's like when you have somebody that might be a current customer or somebody that's like a discount coach. And I know that this is a little hard to read, so I can add it in to Diamond for Days group, but I'm just gonna summarize it. This is an actual conversation between me and one of my customers who actually became a business coach and is on her way to Diamond. And basically I connected with her. She was in my challenge group. And she said that she had just gotten baptized. I work at a church. I'm a worship leader at a church. And so I just said, hey, loves, I'm so excited about the fact that you got baptized. I just kind of went through that. And she's like, thank you. That's so amazing. Thank you for your prayers. And I was like, you go, girl. So I connected with her on a personal level. And let me tell you, you guys, that was absolutely genuine. So when I do connect with people, it's genuine. And then I just said, P.S., I love your post. I think that you would be really, really good at this. Plus, we are a strong team with strong faith because a lot of my coaches have the same faith as me. And it'd be awesome to have you a part of the family. I would love to work with you. I'd love to mentor you. And, and then I just kind of went through, I've doubled my income in 7 months. I went down from 50 hours a week. That kind of thing. And I just kind of talked through that. And then she's like, I'd actually be interested, but I'm moving right now and I just don't think I can afford it. And I'm like, actually, it's great that you already bought a challenge pack because now it's free to be a coach. And so I just kind of go through that with her and I kind of listen to her objections and then I just kind of tell her what's so great about what I found, right? And then she just says, I'll pray about it and more information would be perfect. LOL, I am moving. Or would be perfect too. Sorry, I can't read. I am moving right now into a town home and then I'll be moving again into her official home in April. And I just said, got ya. You just, so to give her more information, I said, you'd basically be doing what I'm doing in this group, helping people with challenge packs and encouraging them every day, which I created a template for that you can copy and paste. I'd love to talk to you more about it on the phone because here's the deal, guys. People can people can read what they want to, but when they can hear you and hear your passion, sometimes a phone call is better, right? So so I just said, when would you have time for that? And she just said, eventually. This wasn't right away. I kind of gave her some time. She said, I just don't have friends that would want to work out. They don't have money to even try to eat healthy food. It's too expensive. I just don't think I'd be able to do it. My budget right now is slim. And she kind of goes through all these excuses, right? And I said, no worries. I could tell that she was kind of, kind of pushing back. So I just said, it's okay, love. I'll continue to pray. You continue to pray about it. Maybe in the future it'll work out. And she just said, thank you so much. So then I went back after, this was a week into the challenge. And then I went back a couple days later and said, hey, can I highlight you this week as of my challenger spotlight of the week? And on my personal page, and I got her kind of excited. And she said, yes, oh my gosh, that would be awesome. Then she came back with a question to me and I said, it was about her club membership or something like that. And I said, yeah, that's fine. We can cancel that. Or you still want to stick with your Shaco though, right? And she just, and then I said, if you decide to coach, I can get you some great discounts, right? And then Olivia and I were doing the group together. So I just said, we were just talking about what an awesome coach you would be, and it's all on Facebook. So even if your immediate friend group isn't interested, because that's what she was worried about, you'd have an entire social media network. You are just so good at this, and your posts are awesome. You're doing a lot of what I'm doing. You're just not getting paid for it. I'd love to have you join me. Are you still thinking about it? And then she kind of goes through, is there a way for me to start next month? That kind of thing. And I would love to have a meeting, something before becoming a coach and that kind of thing. And I said, absolutely. Remember, it's free to sign up. And I basically asked her if I could call her again. And then this is what she said. This is her last post. I had to kind of break it up. It's not letting me click on it. There we go. There we go. Okay, so she said, yes, that's perfect. Tomorrow I got invited to a Wild game, but I can call you after 4, then we can talk. Call me after 4, then I can talk. I'm super excited about this, right? Okay, so that to me was a great success. It's a great way to talk to people that are currently in your challenges. And again, I didn't let the first or second time she kind of said no to me, I didn't let that deter me from going back and saying, girl, you are rocking this. You are doing everything that I'm doing. You're just not getting paid for it, because here's the deal. This girl was on my heart, and I knew that she would be a fantastic coach. And I also know that there comes a point when people just say no, and then you're going to follow up with them at a different time, right? But I also knew that she was kind of into it, and her posts were amazing. So a lot of times in our challenge groups, we can see that coach-like behavior. And when we see that, it's okay to continue to follow up with that in a timely fashion. And so that is how I use objections to be an opportunity, instead of feeling rejected or feeling like, oh, okay, she said no, I'm gonna go that way. I'm just gonna go with it. No, like, you can actually use that and explain more about it and use it as an opportunity. So I hope that that helps you, and I can post that so it's easier for you guys to read. I think bottom line is that as a new coach, when I first started, I didn't have all the answers, and I had to learn as I went. But confidence overrides rejection. It shows people that you have something that you have to share. You know that it works, and so we literally have a responsibility to share this, not to sell anything, but just to share the opportunity. And so in order to have that confidence, affirmations for me are huge. You know, when you do this, people can see through you. So if you're not confident, people can see that, and they're not going to be interested in what you have to offer. But you also have to be humble. So you can be confident, but you have to show humility. And so affirmations really, really helped me. I went to a seminar with my upline coach, Luana, and found out that over 1,200 studies that have been done show that speech and thought are connected. And just to think or make a vision board and write your stuff down, that is awesome, and you need to have that. But if you don't say it out loud, and that is huge, you need to say it out loud. You need to declare it. You need to proclaim it. And sometimes you might feel like the creepy girl in the mirror that's like, I will be top coach. But seriously, it's worth it. It's worth it if you can do it out loud. I know too that if you say, I'll try to be a diamond coach, I'll try to be a diamond, you're not nearly going to have as high of a percentage of actually becoming a diamond coach as if you say out loud, I will be a diamond coach by this date, or I will be, 10-star qualifying by Summit, or, 15-star by the end of the year, I will be top coach, whatever, or 1-star, 2-star, doesn't matter. But saying it out loud is so important. Daily affirmations and getting your mind right. Anita Myron, I was on a call with her, and she said that before she starts off her day, she literally gets in her zone and just does personal development. She doesn't go right into Facebook. She doesn't go right into reading her messages. She starts her day by diving into the Word, the Bible, because that's her faith, and so she wants to start out that way. And then reading some personal development. And that is huge. I know I started a Facebook group, and anybody can join it, by the way, but it's called Faith for Life. And every day I post in there a devotional, and I read through that, and by Sarah Young, Jesus Calling. And I read through it, and I always get something out of it. And I've noticed that if there is a day when I don't read through it, because nobody's perfect, and if there's a day I didn't read through it, by the end of the day when I do read through it, I really, really wish I had read it at the beginning of the day. So I know that just starting off that day, diving into personal development, learning more about what positively can be on your mind, what positive things can be in your mind, instead of just going right into your inbox and possibly seeing a bunch of objections, possibly could be discouraging. But if you have your mindset right, that is so important. Another thing that Anita said that she did last year for top 10, when she was shooting for top 10, she literally had Eiffel Towers all over her house because the top 10 trip was to Europe. So she had the Eiffel Tower everywhere. She had necklaces with the Eiffel Tower. She put it everywhere, all around her house. And I thought that was so awesome. It was just a way for her to constantly be reminded of her goals and her why and what she was doing. And so, so those daily affirmations are awesome. Okay, so Lindsay talked to me about also talking to you a little bit about team building. I totally believe, and I know Brittany Leggett kind of touched on this in that panel, but I absolutely believe in community. If you can make your team feel like they're in this together versus, you know, we're all on this in our own little silos. You don't want silos. You want to be a community. You want to be a team. And I've really, really learned that from being a part of Destined for Greatness, because you know, going to that diamond retreat, it was like seeing family. It was like being a part of a family. And some people don't have that, you know, and so your Beachbody team doesn't have, it can be so much more than a business. And we know that. We know that it is. It can be friendship. It can be family. And so building a team is so important, and meeting people where they're at. Again, I am kind of learning as I go, but something that has really helped me is to first off ask people, what are their goals? Because you don't want their goals to be your goals. You don't want your goals just to project onto them, and then that's stressful. And I've learned through that. That can be stressful for people. They can shut down. You want their goals to be their goals, you know? And so asking them, do you want to walk, run, or sprint? And again, faster isn't better. It just depends on what pace people want to go. You know, it's just about meeting them where they're at and allowing them to go at that pace. And then sometimes people don't always know at the beginning. They might say they want to walk, and all of a sudden they have 7 coaches signed up underneath them. You know, so it's also reevaluating and help them see their potential. And that's good, and that's okay. That's your job as a coach, right? To encourage your team. But at the same time, to just take it where it is and go with it. But I think it's really good for them to know what's possible. For me, becoming a diamond coach in 24 days, that is not going to be something that everyone's going to do. But when I talk to people that tell me that they want to sprint, I don't make it something that is unattainable. I just say, here's the deal. I became a diamond coach in 24 days. If you want to sprint, let's sprint. Like, let's do this. You know, I can't guarantee you anything. I can't promise you anything. But I can show you what's worked for me. And yeah, I just happened to have 7 sprinters. That is what happened with me. And I do believe that God is blessing our team immensely. But those sprinters, I feel like I also marketed to sprinters a little bit too. I did some specific posting, and I'm actually going to pull one up for you, that really, really worked for me, and it's actually worked for a lot of coaches on our team. This post is kind of like, you know, money talk, please move on if that offends you. I actually got that from Lindsay. But just going through and just saying, hey, when I first started my health and fitness coaching, I made $1,000 in 24 days. That is totally true. And now I'm making that weekly, and this week was my highest paycheck. And just kind of going through what might catch somebody's eye who is interested in the business side of it. I do a good job at converting customers and discount coaches to business coaches, but I also want to attract people that want to go for the business, because again, I'm a go-getter. So I want that for people. So I just said, I'm looking for 5 people that want to make $1,000 in 6 weeks. I'll mentor you and train you. Again, if you look through this post, I say why. And what has been helping my family. I also say I cannot promise you any certain amount, but I can personally show you what has worked for me and walk alongside you. And so yeah, so that post, I got, when I posted that one on my like page, I got 3 new business coaches just right off that post. That was extremely helpful for me. Another girl on our team got like 5 or 6 new coaches off of doing a post similar to mine like this. It is, it really attracts people that are looking for that business opportunity. And that's great. I want, I want sprinters. I want people that are going to go get it, like I said. So that really, really helped, attract people in that sense. And yeah, I mean, 4 of my diamond coaches, so 4 of them rejected me at least once or gave me objections. And then 4 of them were also discount coaches or customers before they became a coach, and now they're a diamond coach. So, sometimes it just takes some time. So growing a team. So like I said, I'm new at this, but guess what? It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. When I sign up a coach, I don't want them to look at me as this new coach that is just trying to figure stuff out. I want them to see me as a leader that can help them, that can walk alongside them. And so for me, that meant diving into understanding what top coaches are doing. If I want to be a top coach someday, I need to understand what they're doing. I want to be able to guide my team. I want to give them the best resources. So not only what's worked for me, because everybody's different, but what has worked for other coaches as well that are doing great things. One of my diamonds and I came up with, we used Lindsay's DFG training format and we made our own. We do our own sneak peek format, Coach Basics, a 24-day drive to diamond group. And we also, we also have them do the immediate COO training, and send them a welcome letter with our Zoom calls, our team calls, all of that. I really, really love investing into these coaches and giving them the opportunity to learn from what I've been able to learn from. And then really, building that community. I'm going to show you a post that somebody in my team actually put on there today, and it just really, really touched my heart. I just recently, when I became 5-star, I decided that I was going to do something really, really fun for my diamonds. And so I rented a limo. And so I got a limo and I took them out to a really fun dinner, and we came back and I gave them all their diamond gifts, and it was a blast. And since then, I had a coach that was a little bit discouraged, but I love that she wrote, that she's trying to inspire. She just said, hey, last month was a hard month for me. I was feeling overwhelmed, but with a pep talk and an awesome team call from our team this week, and then a team outing, which was the was the diamond dinner, I decided to suck it up and push forward. Now I have 4 people interested in business coaches and being business coaches. Be patient with yourself and excited about this opportunity. And I love that. I love that she was able to feel that sense of community to push forward. She was able to feel that with our team call, and she was able to feel that from the dinner that we had together as a diamond, as a group, to have fun with that. I also am going to be co-hosting a diamond retreat in the spring for my coaches, and I'm going to be doing a team retreat this summer in Minnesota for my coaches. And I think that that's just so important for that community building. We've done vision board parties, we've done dinners, we've done that kind of stuff, because I believe that that's what unites you, and then you can really lean on each other as a team when you really know each other's heart and know where people are coming from. Also, and I'm almost done here, but recognition. Recognition is huge, and doing recognition at the right time when you know people are going to be on Facebook to recognize your team members. You don't want to post something at 11 p.m. at night because people won't see that, right? But if you recognize your team members, for hitting Success Club early on in the month, that's going to motivate them and be excited about what they're doing. And every time I've gotten a recognition post on myself, I've had more people interested in the business. So you know that it also helps your team as well, and you want that. You want your coaches to be successful, right? So so that's huge. Just recognizing people in your team page, recognizing them in your on your page, that kind of thing. Building up your team, encouraging them and inspiring them, just like you would with challengers, is so important. So yeah, so how do you grow your team fast, right? Again, I think everybody goes at their own pace, so I would not make my goal to build my team fast. I would make my goal to build your team, meeting your people where they're at. Again, I happened to have 7 sprinters, but not everybody that you attract is going to be a sprinter. Just don't put limitations on it though either. You know, if somebody says that they want to sprint, don't be like, well, it took me to become a diamond in, 4 months, so it might take you that long too. No, you know what? Other people have done it quickly. If you want to do it quickly, you can do it, So just encouraging them with that. Don't make excuses. And then I love this, work as if it depends on you and pray as if it depends on God. If you are the praying kind, you guys, it has blessed my business beyond belief. Every single day, I pray over my team. I pray over my challengers. I pray that God would bring us business coaches. I pray that God would bless our team, protect our team, use our team to be a light for other people and to serve others and our families. And I could preach, I'm not going to, but it has, if you are the praying kind, pray over your business. Pray, because God has a plan. And I believe that so firmly. And I know that I am right where I'm supposed to be for right now. And so be confident with where you are, be okay with where you are, and know where you want to go. Because that's what's going to push you forward, and that's what's going to make those objections, they're seeds. That's what's going to make them seeds. So yeah, so my last, got one more slide here, and I love it. It's actually a quote. I was in a staff meeting today at Horizons where I work. And besides Beachbody, I work there 20 hours now, which is awesome. And Jimmy, our pastor, said, feed your faith and starve your fear. And, a lot of times when I talk to new coaches, one of their biggest fears is rejection. Nobody's going to be into this. Nobody's going to want to do it. And I just say, walk by faith and, just feed your faith and starve your fear. There's no reason to be afraid when all you're doing is sharing your story. You're not doing anything that has to be scary. You're doing everybody else a favor by sharing what works, and know that it's not for everybody at this moment, maybe, but you're offering something that is so priceless, that can help their health. So why not share it, right? So don't be afraid of the possibilities that could be. So yeah, I hope that helps you guys. I'm so glad I got to talk to you tonight. I was totally kidding at the beginning, so hopefully you didn't come in the middle of that and not know what I was doing. But anyway, but thank you for letting me share with you. And if you have any questions, let me know in the Diamond for Days group, and I will post some of those slides in there. I'll give them to Lindsay, and then she can post them and all that good stuff. But thanks so much again.
Okay, so okay, I wanted to close it out for a second, but that was happening. We're all moms and people, right? So sorry about that, but Jess, thank you so much. You're amazing. I love you, and that was an awesome call. You had so many great things to say. And to you guys, I hope that you took something from it, took some notes, decided to implement some of the things that she suggested and the mindset that it takes to build this business. I love you guys, and I'll catch you back in the group. See you.